Hi guys, welcome to my channel Happy High Tarot. In today's pick a card reading, we will find out, is this connection real or is it all just in your head? So first, on YouTube, we will find out the energies and feelings of the person on your mind towards you, and then from the tarot cards we'll ask the big question, whether this connection is real or just in your head. And then in the extended reading, the links to which are given in the description box, we will cover the blockages in this connection, messages from the person on your mind, and the future of this connection, what's going to happen next between you both. So you can see an image on your screen right now. You've got 3 options to choose from. Feel free to pause the video over here, meditate on all your options, pick whichever one calls out to you the most. You'll find the timestamps in the pinned comment and description box. I will see you in your reading. Hello group 1, welcome to your reading. So first we'll take a look at this person's current energies and feelings towards you, and then using the tarot cards we'll ask the big question, is this connection real or just in your head? And then in the extended reading, the link to which is in the description box. Actually, I'll get to it later. So let's begin. The oracles that have come out for you, group 1, are abundance. Then we have protection, renewal, and we have impartiality. So it's interesting that we have protection and renewal both come up in this reading, because what this tells me is that the person on your mind, first of all, they think about you. Alright, in fact, they think about you a lot. They see a lot of value in this connection. They see a lot of potential in this connection as well. With abundance, maybe this is somebody whom you met at your workplace or because of your work or something like that, or maybe you guys were doing the same professional course together, something like that. I also feel like it's been a minute since you both spoke to each other. For a lot of you, perhaps the last time you spoke to each other was the winters of 2025 and a little bit of 2026, so like December, Jan, Feb, those months, and I don't think you've spoken since then. They do wish to speak to you again, but protection over here is interesting. And so one of the things that I will be taking a look at in the extended reading is the blockages in this connection. But for now, solely on the basis of this, I feel like it's them, they're looking out for themselves basically. There is definitely some sort of fear about something going wrong in this connection, or maybe them getting affected in a way, which is why even though there is a feeling over here of wanting to start fresh with you, wanting to get in touch with you again, wanting to clear the slate and just have this really lovely new beginning with you, because over here in the renewal card, it is depicting that winter is over, and like if winter comes, can spring be far behind, basically that same thing. So they wish all of that, but they're scared. And the other interesting thing over here with impartiality, what I heard when I saw this card was that I want to get it right this time, which is why I do not think that this is your first rodeo with each other. Maybe with protection and partiality, they're scared of messing it up again, and they are worried that if they mess up again, the consequences can get painfully ugly for both you as well as for them. And perhaps that is why with the energy of protection over here, they feel like if they don't do anything, simply keep this feeling of wanting something with you to themselves and not really do anything about it, that way they will also stay safe and you will also stay safe. And I think that has kind of become their comfort zone right now. With impartiality being present over here, this also tells me that one of the things that stands out in their feelings is that they're taking the blame on themselves. Alright, renewal definitely has made it very clear, like I said, that you guys have had a previous stint together. So they think that you did not do anything wrong. Alright, whatever happened, whatever the reason was why things did not work out between you guys, or you stopped talking, however it is that things went downhill basically in this connection, they think that it was not your fault. In fact, with impartiality, another message that I'm getting is that when you guys were in active communication, or when you were in active touch with each other, this individual perhaps had not put in equal effort. There is more that they could have done, which they didn't. And now I'm all the more curious to know what the blockages are, because this explains a lot. With the energy of abundance, I think right now this person, and if you are connected on social media, maybe this is what you're getting to see firsthand, that they're very hyper focused on their career, very hyper focused on creating their wealth, making that money and all of that. But they definitely do not, it's like they're trying to occupy their mind, they're actively trying not to think about you or not to think about their connection, which is why they're finding all of these multiple ways to keep themselves busy. They have a packed schedule and all of that, but it's not working. Unfortunately for them, it is not working, because in their feelings we have renewal sitting over here very, very clearly. If they did not want this, if they did not care about this, if they were successful in forgetting about this repressed feeling of wanting this again, or wanting you again, or wanting to hold you again, or wanting to be with you again, would not have shown up so strongly over here. With impartiality, I am also getting a message that, oh, okay, so for a lot of you, maybe it was one of those things where they had a choice to make, and they could have either chosen you or they could have chosen their career, because for whatever reason they thought that they cannot do both things at the same time. They cannot be in a relationship and then simultaneously keep on working on their career goals or whatever. And now looking back, they think that perhaps that was either one of the first things where they started messing up, or for a lot of you that could have been the last straw, where they had to make that choice, and they chose, with abundance being present over here, they chose their money, they chose their career, they chose that path over this connection. And now they are sitting and wondering what could have been if they had chosen you, and if they will ever get to choose you again, or if they'll ever get to be with you again. Okay, let's take a look at your tarot cards now to find out if this connection is real or is it just in your head. Spirit, is the connection that group 1 feels with the person on their mind real or just in their head? We have Justice. Is the connection that group 1 feels with the person on their mind real or just in their head? 4 of Swords. Is the connection that group 1 feels with the person on their mind real or just in their head? Knight of Swords. Is the connection that group 1 feels with the person on their mind real or just in their head? 5 of Swords. So yes, very clearly this is, you're not asking about a new person, you're not asking about someone whom you want something to happen with. Something has already happened once. And with the 5 of Swords, the 5 of Swords being the closing card over here, it did not end well. And it makes a lot of sense why now, when I see 5 of Swords over here with impartiality, this is that regret that I was picking up on earlier. For sure. They did something which you weren't expecting. So see, 5 of Swords is like a sudden attack. You did not see it coming. You could have never thought that this person would backstab you like that, right? So maybe you always knew that they were very serious about their career. You always knew that they want to go far ahead in life, but you had never imagined that they would abandon you like that when they're about to begin that journey. And so you did not see that coming, and that massively hurt you. To answer the big question, no, this connection is definitely not just in your head. I think your oracles made that abundantly clear anyway. But then the first tarot over here itself, Justice, it goes both ways. The feelings are mutual. This is not just in your head. Oh hey, we have Justice and we also had impartiality. So I do feel like one of the reasons why this person wants a renewal of this connection is so that this time around they can do things the right way. Yeah, the Knight of Swords over here tells me that they checked out real fast. They did not stay to listen to your side of the story. They did not stay to see if there was a workaround, if they could have made things work with you while managing their career on the side. They just, declared perhaps that this is it, and now you go your way and I'm going to go my way. And they're realizing how bad that was. Also, what I was channeling with protection, and we have the Four of Swords over here, to a great deal also makes sense, because even though they want something with you, they know how much they've upset you. The 4 comes after the 3 of Swords, and the 3 of Swords is a very shitty energy. So they know that their deception or their backstabbing or that one decision that they'd made had hurt you tremendously. And maybe by now, hopefully by now, you would have healed a little, you would be feeling a little better. In which case, is it even advisable for me to make a move? Is it even advisable for me to fine day just approach group 1 and tell them that I want this again? Oh my gosh, I feel like it's very similar to the reading that I uploaded before this, what your ex thinks about you. And if you're coming to this reading after watching that reading, maybe you can tell me if there's any similarity between this group and the group that you've chosen in that reading. They're not proud of having hurt you, group 1, I can tell you that much. They have feelings for you, I can tell you that as well. In fact, the 5 of Swords over here tells me that thinking about what they did to you, it hurts them so much, it upsets them so much that it might be a cause for a literal headache for them. Like how sometimes you get stressed about something and you get a stress-induced headache. I see that happening for this person. That's the extent to which their own behavior in the past with you has been bothering them. So now we will head over to your extended reading, the link to which is in the description box, where we will take a look at the blockages in this connection, what this person wishes to say to you right now, and what's going to happen next between you guys. So I will see you in your extended. If not, I will see you here again next time. Make sure you've subscribed if you wish to take a personal reading. That link is in the description. If you want to check out more readings by me on Instagram, that link is also in the description. And if you want to watch exclusive readings that I post on Patreon, that link is, as you guessed it, also in the description. I will see you guys next time. Bye. Hello group 2, welcome to your reading. So first we'll take a look at your oracles and find out the current energies and feelings of the person on your mind. Then we will turn over to your tarot cards and find out, is this connection real or just in your head? So the oracles that have come out for you are space, flow, insecurity, and abundance. Okay. I will not be surprised, group 2, if you tell me that you have not been picking up on this person's energy for quite a while now, or that you've stopped getting dreams about them, you've stopped seeing any synchronicities about them, you've stopped hearing their name, they have stopped interacting with your social media posts and all of that. That's not happening. In fact, with space and flow over here, you might be feeling like it's as if they never knew you, or that you don't even know each other. That's how they've been acting. There is good reason behind it. We have insecurity over here with abundance. The person whom you're asking about, group 2, seems to be someone who lives in their head a lot. Alright, this is someone who is deeply insecure, whatever their past might be, whatever their background might be, whatever the origin story might be to their insecurities, but there are insecurities. Alright, now here's the thing, we see the little devil over here in insecurity directly targeting this person's heart. And what that tells us is that not only is this person insecure, they're also a very deeply sensitive person. Alright, they get triggered and they get overwhelmed, and each time their insecurity gets triggered, they start feeling really bad. Okay, and it's a very heavy feeling to sit with, it's a very heavy feeling to experience naturally. Now, specifically in your case, what is triggering that insecurity? We have the energy of abundance over here. Alright, this person thinks, or I should say they're rather sure of the fact that you are way out of their league, that you are much better than them. maybe you agree with this, or maybe you're like, I never really thought of it this way. I think we're pretty much just the same. I don't know where is that thought coming from in their head. Well, it's their head, it's their thought. You cannot control it, but this is the truth over here. In comparison to you, they don't see much value in themselves. Okay, something about this connection has obviously triggered that insecurity in them, and for that reason, because they think you're better than them, because they think that you're out of their league and all of that, and because this insecurity is triggering all sorts of negative emotions in their heart space, they might have deliberately made the decision to step back from whatever this is. All right, and that is why very actively over here these days, with the energy of flow, they are choosing to focus on other things, on other endeavors, other activities, hanging out with other people. Maybe you guys were part of the same group and they've stopped hanging out with that group altogether just so that they can avoid you. Maybe that's what's happening as well. You might think that you did something or you said something that pissed them off, which is why they've pushed back and they're maintaining this boundary. But no, you did not have to say anything. You did not have to do anything. With you simply being you, being in your element, triggered this person's insecurities and all of these heavy feelings, like I said, because of which they're taking a step back over here. So of course we'll ask tarot whether this connection is real or not, but one thing that is very clear over here is that you affect this person a lot more than you realize. Okay, now let's see, is this connection real or is it all just in your head? Spirit, is group 2's connection with the person on their mind real or just in their head? We have the 2 of Cups. Is group 2's connection with the person on their mind real or just in their head? 8 of Swords. Is group 2's connection with the person on their mind real or just in their head? 3 of Wands. Is group 2's connection with the person on their mind real or just in their head? We have the Queen of Cups in reverse. Can you clarify the 8 of Swords for me, please? Page of Pentacles. Can you clarify the Queen of Cups in reverse? Knight of Wands. So listen, one thing that is very, very, very clear over here is that this connection is not just in your head. All right, they definitely feel this connection just as much as you do, which has been made abundantly clear by the first card itself for you. But the reason why you might not be sure, or the reason why you doubt what it is that you already know to be true, has got everything to do with how this person is behaving. And even they're not being true to their feelings and their thoughts, right? So first things first, Page of Pentacles over here with the 3 of Wands tells me that there has been a hot and cold pattern over here. One such pattern has already come out in their current energies towards you. They've taken a step back. They're not interacting with you at all. But the interesting thing is that right before they withdrew, they could have said something, they could have done something, a little gesture here or there maybe, which had gotten your hopes up. And so now when they're suddenly disengaging, it's not making sense to you. And maybe that is why you think that there's something wrong with you. How could you even think about such a thing to begin with? Maybe it's all just in your head. But no. Even when they've taken a step back, it's not that they have altogether dropped you from their headspace or their heart space. That hasn't happened. Even if they're not watching your stories, or even if they're not liking your posts or commenting on your posts as usual, it's not that they don't see your posts. Stories, of course, maybe they don't, or maybe they use some third-party app to see your stories. But it's not like they are unbothered to the extent where they don't care what's up or what's going on in your life. It does affect them. In fact, the Queen of Cups over here in reverse, being clarified by the Knight of Wands upright, tells me that this person, oh hey, remember I said that this is a very deeply sensitive person? They have this tendency, and now the page and the knight over here tell me that this isn't new, alright? This person acting like this with somebody that they like, it's not a new pattern at all, unfortunately. They have behaved exactly this way in previous connections also with other people. And so essentially what they do is that the minute they sense that they're falling for someone, the minute they sense that they are developing feelings for someone, they immediately try to play cool. They immediately try to act very, very, very unbothered. In front of you, they'll flirt with other people. In front of you, they'll joke around with other people. In front of you, they'll say things like, oh, I don't believe in commitment. I do not believe in relationships. Wherein, on the inside, they are secretly craving all of that depth with you, that emotional intimacy with you, just, being held by you, all of those things. But they won't show it. Why? Because they feel that if they reveal that sensitivity in front of you, and if they do not put on this tough guy act with you, they'll lose that power, right? We've seen already that this person thinks that you're better than them, that you're out of their league and all of that. I think acting in this manner gives this person some relief, like, of course, in a weird way, that, okay, the ball is in my court. I have the power. I'm holding on to this connection will proceed the way I want it to. They are very afraid of you seeing them for who they really are, which is a terribly sensitive and insecure person, actually, predominantly. They don't want you to see them. They do not want you to see them like that. And what's bothering me over here with the Knight of Wands and the Queen of Cups in reverse, that they would rather go around seeing random people for 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, than face their insecurities head on, or have a heart-to-heart conversation with you and get the ball rolling in this connection. With the Two of Cups over here and the Eight of Swords, I feel like it comes and goes. There are phases where they are very sweet to you, they're very nice to you, they're just, letting those feelings come out, and they're letting those feelings dictate their actions. And then immediately afterwards, there is that withdrawal where they behave as if they don't even know you, or that this does not matter to them, or that it was somehow your fault that you read too much into their actions or into their words. And so, it's your problem. They might even tell you things like, I never said that, or why would you assume? But you weren't assuming. You were just very clearly seeing somebody's feelings for what they were, and it was in black and white. Because this person is, for the lack of a better phrase over here, messed up like that, their actions are messing up your thoughts as well. And that is why, like I said, you're being forced to ask this question, that am I imagining all of this? This person is driving me crazy. But no, you aren't imagining all of this. They feel it too. They much rather silently have all of these feelings for you than be vulnerable with you. Okay, so now we will head over to your extended reading, where we will take a look at the blockages in this connection, messages for you from this person, and what will happen next between you both. The link to that reading is in the description box. If you want to book a personal reading with me, if you want to check out more readings on my Instagram, or if you want to check out exclusive readings that I post on Patreon, you will find all those links in the description box. If you are new over here, make sure to hit subscribe. I will see you next time. Bye. Hello group 3, welcome to your reading. So first we will take a look at your oracles and find out what are the current energies and feelings of the person on your mind. Then from the tarot cards we will ask, is this connection real or just in your head? So let's begin. The oracles that came out for you are confidence, disruption, confusion, and rejection. Alright. Listen, one thing that you need to know immediately with the energy of confidence and disruption over here is that this is one person whom, this is definitely that book whom you should not judge by their cover, for sure. They always have this act going on that everything is under control, I'm fine, all right, nothing is affecting me, I'm very unbothered, I'm staying in my lane and things like that. Whereas internally, with the energy of disruption over here, this individual has no mental peace. They have no mental chill at all, group 3. All right, one after the other, it's just, oh, this might happen, that might happen, what if this happens, what if that happens, constantly, like it is constant. How this person manages to put a smile on their face after all of this, honestly, is something that I should probably be taking notes from them. But yeah, it is what it is. I don't like their friends. Maybe you don't like their friends either. And the reason why I say this is because, well, unfortunately, it seems like this individual does not have the greatest set of people around them to give them guidance when needed. So for instance, I can see that this person is confused about their feelings for you. Alright, I am not seeing anything, at least from this set of cards, to tell me that they very clearly like you, or that they, they're definitely interested in you. They're confused. Now, what would you usually do if you're confused about something? You will talk it out with someone who can give you a perspective that might help you come to a conclusion, right? They do the same thing. They also go to their friends, they tell them about you, about their feelings for you, and exactly what it is about it that confuses them, and what's the way out, what should they be doing, what shouldn't they be doing. And then these people, as it is, like I said, this person has all of this ruckus going on in their mind, and to top it off, these friends of theirs have been telling them, and I'm hearing that this has been going on for a while now, that there's no point pursuing group 3. Group 3 is just going to reject you. Group 3 has very high standards. God knows what group 3 thinks of themselves. Group 3 is notoriously a heartbreaker. We've seen group 3 mess with other people's feelings before. You're better off not getting involved with group 3. What vendetta do these friends of this person have with regards to group 3? I have no idea, but what's very clear over here, that their social circle, their friends, do not seem to be big fans of you. It is highly likely that, because I just heard this, if these friends do not have a vendetta against you, or if these friends have no personal problem for you, in that case, the reason why they're giving such advice to their friend is because they're sadistic. They do not want to see their friend happy. They do not want to see their friend getting in a good connection with a good person, which is why they discourage their friend instead of encouraging their friend. Because this is interesting. Now, when we see confidence over here with disruption, and then of course we have the energy of rejection over here as well, it's almost as if the minute the person on your mind starts feeling remotely sure of their feelings, or starts feeling slightly confident about approaching you, asking you out, talking to you, whatever the case might be, immediately these friends or these set of people butt in, and they're like, no, are you mad? What are you thinking? How can you even consider or entertain such a possibility? It's going to end horribly for you if you do such a thing. And that immediately turns your person's confidence into a state of utter confusion. I'm kind of feeling sorry for your person at this point, group 3. Because of this, what happens is that you don't know where you stand with them. So of course it makes sense then why you clicked on this video, because you want to know, are you just imagining this, or do they actually feel anything for you? But I think what planted that seed in the first place is the fact that their behavior has no consistency. I won't even say hot and cold. I think it's something in a totally different league. If there's something different from or worse than hot and cold, I think that is the kind of behavior that is the kind of treatment that you're getting from this person right now. And it is only because the very people who are supposed to help this person are instead feeding all of this shit, all of this garbage to this person. So let's take a look at your tarot cards now and find out what is the truth of this connection after all. Spirit, is group 3's connection with the person on their mind real or just in their head? We have the Ace of Swords. Is group 3's connection with the person on their mind real or just in their head? We have Strength. And notice how the little lamb is in front of this woman with half face of a lion. Is group 3's connection with the person on their mind real or just in their head? Three of Swords. Is group 3's connection with the person on their mind real or just in their head? Page of Swords. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Ace of Cups. This is sad, honestly, group 3. Okay, so first of all, with the Ace of Cups being at the bottom of your deck, I would say that there are feelings, but I also don't think that this person is incredibly or truly madly deeply in love with you right now. And to be honest, I don't think you are either. You're definitely curious, and that is being reciprocated. They're also curious about you. In fact, they were confident enough to do something about that curiosity, get to know you better and things like that. And that is why I asked you to focus on this. The person that you have fallen for, the person whom you're taking this reading for, they are the lamb over here. Alright, very gullible, very naive, very innocent person, will believe everything that's being told to them. And unfortunately, the people standing behind them, the people whom they look up to for guidance, know this. They know this about your person. It's like they get off on controlling your person, It gives them some twisted high feeling if they get to control another person's life like that. If these aren't their friends, and these might be family members, but it's definitely people that the person on your mind is super close to. And this is what's it's very gutting looking at this. The Ace of Swords over here with the Three of Swords tells me that the person on your mind wants this to be something. All right now, as such, there is no connection, but we cannot say that it's just in your head, because the person on your mind is excited enough about you. They are curious about you. In fact, and the point that I was making earlier, the Three of Swords over here is not your energy, it is their energy. Each time they feel confident enough to make a move towards you, or ask you out, or maybe send you a request on Instagram or whatever, and they get shut down with by their friends, and it's more like an order over here with the Ace of Swords. It's like a sword in the stone. It's very, very stubborn, very rigid. Yeah, so like a command. These people do not tolerate any backchat. They might be manipulating this person, saying things like, oh, so you're going to doubt us now? We've done so much for you. You know how much we care about you. Why would we want what's bad for you? Why would we wish something for you that's not good? We're just looking out for you. Crap like that. But how I know that this person is also interested in you is because each time they want to come towards you and they're not allowed to come towards you, they don't like it. It hurts them. It upsets them.
And perhaps that is also what contributes to the confusion, that I don't even know group 3 that well. Then why is this hurting me so much if I couldn't get a chance to talk to them one-on-one today? And you see, and that is where that Ace of Cups at the bottom of the deck comes into the picture, because there are feelings, but those feelings are not being given the grace to develop. They are being, or these people around the person on your mind, they're trying to nip the feelings in the bud. That hasn't happened yet, because we have the Three of Swords over here. So if they're hurting, and if it is affecting them, and if it is confusing them and leaving them in this state, it is because the feelings still exist. It's not like their friends will say, oh, move on from group 3, focus on someone else, and this person will immediately do that. I don't see that happening. In fact, the Page of Swords over here tells me that even if the person on your mind has not made any concrete move towards you, they are very they might be spying on you, they might be stalking you through some different accounts, different usernames. They do pay attention, but maybe they pay attention when you're not paying attention, or they're very cautious to look at you only when they know that you're immersed in some other activity. Like over here, for instance, in the Page of Swords, maybe they look at you when they know that you're busy just looking at your phone or reading a book or whatever, and so they know that you will not be able to see them, but they can see you, and so they choose to look, they choose to take it all in, all of that beauty, everything that they like about you. And it is a shame why this person won't just take a stand for what they want. I don't see why an adult person has to be bossed around like that. But then that is the sad reality. When someone's mind has been manipulated with to that extent, these things are easier said than done. And before I move to your extended reading, I want to pull out a few cards to help you get some idea as to who these people might be. Maybe you know them, maybe you don't know them. If you don't know them, you'll have a faint idea about who they might be. What can you tell us about these people in Group 3's person's life spirit who are dictating them? We have the Two of Swords. Who are these people in Group 3's person's life who are dictating them? Six of Swords. Who are these people in Group 3's person's life who keep on dictating Group 3's person? And we have the Hierophant. Okay, so a lot of you do know actually who these people might be. Perhaps with the Two of Swords over here, you weren't sure, but your intuition was constantly pinging at that one particular person, or maybe it's more than one person. And yes, with the Hierophant, your intuition is absolutely right. The person whom you had your doubts about is exactly the person who's been injecting all of this poison in your person's mind. They've been doing it for quite a while now. And with the Six of Swords being present over here with the Two of Swords, I feel like this is someone who once upon a time had helped the person on your mind out regarding something, and ever since then they've just assumed this role of you helped me once, so now I owe you. Of course, I'll keep on looking out for you. I can't do this much for you and crap like that. And for some of you, with the energy of the Hierophant over here, it might be someone that they're related to, someone in their family who in a very weird way is very controlling, and they do not want the person on your mind to go around exploring their options all by themselves. So they're like, no, you date the person whom we pick, or crap like that. So that might be one of the reasons too. And I am getting one more message, and this one's extremely twisted, Group 3, but one of the people, or maybe this is just one person who embodies all of these traits. Like I said, you would know better. But the message that I'm basically getting is that this is someone who, they're a sore loser. They've never really accomplished anything in their life. They are lonely. They are single, but they're not single in a way that, like, I'm single and I'm happy and I'm thriving and I'm fine, but they're like single and lonely and miserable. And because they're like that, so everyone around them should also be like that, because if they're not happy, how can people around them be happy? So with that mindset, they keep on brainwashing this person. Okay, so although I feel like we have seen quite a lot in this reading itself, but I am very curious to dig deeper in the extended reading and find out exactly what the blockages are in this connection, what will happen next in this connection, and bypassing these people, direct messages for you from the person on your mind. The link to that reading is in the description box. If you want to book a personal reading with me, if you want to check out more readings by me on Instagram and exclusive readings by me that I post on Patreon, you'll find all those links in the description box as well. I will see you next time.